Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy, and if this is your first time here, you're also welcome. Kindly subscribe, share, and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials. So, in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this lovely dress. These are the materials I used in achieving this style. So, this is called an African print fabric, and I used almost 3 yards of the fabric. This black fabric is called a crepe fabric and I used half yard. So this is the fringe that will be attached to the front piece at the bottom of the dress and I made use of 1 yard. Before folding the main fabric, you need to know the length of this fringe. So the length of the fringe I'm working with is 18 inches. Alright, so this is the width of the fabric and I folded this fabric into two. Kindly take note that the front piece of this dress is shorter than the back piece and the reason is because a fringe will be attached to the bottom of the front piece. Now to know how I folded this fabric, I subtracted the length of the fringe from the actual full length of my dress. So the full length of my dress is 58 inches. Subtracting 18 inches from that, it will be 40 inches. But I went ahead to add just 1 inch sewing allowance to the hem of the front piece. For the back piece, I placed my tape from this fold to measure the full length of my dress. The full length of my dress is 58 inches. I added 1 inch sewing allowance to the end, which made it 59 inches. And this length I just measured will just be for the back piece alone. The next step is to fold this fabric into two again. So I practically folded this fabric into four. On this side of the fold, I placed the neck width measurement, which is 3 inches. And for a plus size person, you should mark 4 inches. For the neck depth of the back piece, I marked 1.5 inches and connected it to the neck width to form a curved neckline. Now for the neck depth of the front piece, I would be marking 4 inches. Now I placed my tape from this fold to mark my shoulder measurements divided by 2, which is 7 inches. Now every other measurement that comes after this point I marked would be my sleeve length and I want my sleeve to be as long as 14 inches. The next step is to place your tape below this point to mark 1 inch and then connect it to the neck width to form the shoulder slope of this dress. To know the wideness of the sleeve opening, I placed the tape from the shoulder line vertically downwards. So I'll be using my bust point as a reference, which is the nipple point. My nipple point is 9.5 inches, so I went ahead to add extra 2.5 inches to that, which made it 12 inches. So now I would extend this line. Now I connected the tip of the shoulder slope to meet the bust point line. The next step is to mark how wide you want your dress to be. So if your hip circumference is larger than your bust circumference, you work with your hip circumference. But if your bust circumference is larger than the hip circumference, you work with your bust circumference. But for me, I'll be working with my hip circumference. So on this line, I placed my hip circumference divided by 4. Now for the body allowance, I added extra 4 inches. If you want your dress to be wider than mine, then you can extend it to 5 or 6 inches. Alright, from this point I marked, I would make a vertical line down to the bottom of the dress. Now I went ahead to make a little curve here to connect both lines together so you can easily sew the underarm hole of the dress. So the next thing I did was to trim out the neckline of the back piece alone. after which I trimmed out the shoulder slope and then the sleeve opening. So the next thing I did was to take out the back piece so I can easily trim out the neckline for the front piece. Alright, so there's a placket in the center neckline of the front piece. So to achieve this, I placed my tape from the neck depth vertically downwards to mark 7 inches, and I used my scissors to slit the fold to that point. The next step is to cut out a facing that I'll be using to turn the neckline of the front piece. So this is the facing for the neckline of the front piece. I placed the right side of the facing directly on the right side of the front piece as shown, and I took this to the sewing machine to make a stitch following the direction of the chalk. After that, I flipped the facing to the wrong side of the fabric. So this is the back piece of the dress. I cut out the facing for the neckline as well and placed the right side of the facing on the right side of the neckline. To stitch by ½ inch following the direction of the chalk, and after stitching I flipped it to the right side. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is to make the placket. To know the length of the placket, I placed my tape to take the measurement of the slit, which is 7 inches here, and I added extra 2 inches to that, which made it 9 inches. So I want the length of the placket to be 9 inches. Now I went ahead to cut a little piece, and since the length of the placket I measured is 9 inches, I added 1 inch sewing allowance to the length, which made it 10 inches. So the length of this fabric is 10 inches, and on fold the width of this fabric is 2.5 inches. Also take note that I ironed a gum stay on the wrong side of the fabric. The next step is to stitch the edges of the placket following the direction of the chalk, and when I got to this point I left about 2 inches space in which I'll be turning the fabric to the right side, and from there I continued stitching so I got to this point. So after stitching you should have an opening on this side. Alright, so I'm just going to turn this placket to the right side of the fabric. After turning the placket to the right side of the fabric, I took it to the ironing board to properly iron the edges. I also inserted the hemming gum into the hole to iron it properly so the hole becomes closed. Now to place the placket, I marked 1 inch away from the top of the slit and marked 1 inch away from the bottom of the slit. To place this edge of the placket directly on the point I chalked. Now I went ahead to properly pin the placket. Alright, after pinning the placket to the neckline, I took this to the sewing machine to stitch the edges of the placket following the direction of the chalk. Now from the bottom of the placket on this other edge, I marked 3 inches to continue the stitching, and I'll stop somewhere here. Then this will be the opening on the neckline. So the placket has been successfully secured. So the next step is on how to make the V-shape design. So there are two measurements needed to achieve this V-neck design, which is the neck depth and the neck width. To get the neck width, I placed my tape from the top of the neck opening distance to mark the midpoint. Now I place the tape from the midpoint to mark 4.5 inches as shown. So this simply means that our neck width for the V shape should be 4.5 inches. Now I also went ahead to make a little point on this edge of the placket. Now I placed my measuring tape on both points and extended it vertically downwards So you are going to mark it to your desired length. I want mine to be 17 inches. So this simply means that the neck depth to achieve the v-neck would be 17 inches. So this is my crepe fabric and I folded the fabric into two. Recall that the neck width I measured for the V shape is 4.5 inches, while the neck depth for the V shape is 17 inches. Now I connected both points together to form a V neckline. To mark the width of this V-shaped design, I placed my tape from this top to mark 3 inches and at the bottom to mark 3 inches as well. Connecting both points together, so I went ahead to trim the edges. The next step is to place a soft gum stay on the wrong side of this fabric. So I'm going to be slitting these two places by 1/4 inch so I can easily fold the edges of the V shape. Now I took this piece to the ironing board to secure the outer edges by 1/2 inch. And to also secure the inner edges by 1/2 inch. The next step is to place the neck design directly on the front piece. So make sure you pin the neck design properly. After pinning, I took the front piece to the sewing machine to stitch the inner edges of the neck design. So make sure you stitch the inner edges of the neck design first before stitching the outer edges. Alright guys, the neck design has been properly secured. I placed the back piece directly on the front piece. So at this stage, I flipped the facing of the back piece to the wrong side of the front piece as shown. To secure the shoulder by 1/2 inch following the direction of the chalk. For the other side of the shoulder, I also went ahead to flip the facing of the back piece to secure the shoulder by 1/2 inch. The next step is to attach a sleeve band. This is one of the sleeve band and I placed a soft gum stay on the wrong side of this band. And unfold, the width of this band is 2.5 inches. Now take note that this band is going to be placed in such a way that it will be on the wrong side of this fabric. And to do this, I placed the band directly on the right side of the fabric to stitch by 1/2 inch. And I'm also going to be placing the second band on the other side of the sleeve to also stitch by 1/2 inch. After stitching the band to the sleeve, I flipped the band to the wrong side of the fabric to stitch the edges following the direction of the chalk, and I also repeated the same sewing process on the other side of the sleeve. Alright, the next step is to place the front piece on the back piece equally and then stitch the sides by 1 inch. On getting to the hem of the front piece, I folded the hem in by 1/2 inch and folded it by 1/2 inch again to continue stitching and stopped there. I did the same sewing process on the other side of the dress. Alright, so the next step is to secure the hem of just the front piece. After this has been done, the next step is to secure the side slits of the back piece by folding it half inch in and further folding it by half inch, and to also secure the other side slits of the back piece as shown. So I went ahead to turn the dress to the right side of the fabric. The next step is to secure the hem of the back piece. The next step is to attach the fringe to the bottom of the front piece. To do this, I folded this edge of the fringe in by 1 inch and placed it below the hem to pin together. So when I got to this side, I had to cut out the excess fringe and then folded the edge in by 1 inch and also placed it below the hem to pin as well. So I'll take this to my sewing machine to make a straight stitch directly on the hem. The final step is to attach one side of the pressing button below the placket and to also attach the other side of the pressing button on the top of the neckline for the other side. Alright guys, this is the final outcome of this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. You should give it a try. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe, share and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials.